Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a really cool no mythic team for just doing every single level in this faction assault with the greatest of ease. Always go to the shop first and grab yourself a tier 1 if you don't have your horde level on level 100. If you have, then you will get a potion of enchantment for free because it will be stored. But if you intend to go further, like buy more tiers, then you do have to buy tier 1 anyway, as you have to buy all these in order. Now, what do we have here? Last Harbour deals magic-based damage to the first enemy boosted by Doom Skulls. If the enemy is an elemental, deal double damage, then knock them to last position. You can get it by spending all these tiers, all these gems to get it that way, but it is available in the Soul Forge. Just a mere 200 diamonds, not too bad. I think I'd rather do it this way myself rather than spend all those gems. So yeah, I'm going to absolutely do that way. I will do it with diamonds, thank you, instead. Of course, if you are going to go this far anyway, because you've got to do some work on this faction anyway, then you may as well grab it at tier 4 anyway, because that way you're going to effectively save the diamonds if you're going to go to tier 4 anyway, whichever works best for you. Right, so blue and red, it's like, it's just screaming out for Tesla again. You can't not do Tesla when it's like blue and red. It's just too good for Delves. She just gets more and more powerful the more powerful the enemy gets. So Royal Engineer gives magic based armor to all allies, summon a random mech, then create 3 bomb gems. So that is really good. I'll show an alternative if you don't have Royal Engineer, and a completely alternative different team as well, just in case you're a bit bored of using Tesla all the time, even though it does make it an absolute walk in the park. Tesla, as you probably know, deals scatter damage boosted by all ally and enemy armor. What that means is on those later delves where they get really high amount of armor, then Tesla just gets more and more powerful, and in a way it actually makes it easier, which is absolutely ludicrous. The two of them. And the Shield Averse Skyer gives an ally magic +1 armor boosted by all enemy attack. So again, the more powerful the enemy gets, the more boost this gives. Then enrage and barrier them. So you'll chuck that on one of your Teslas, get her powered up, and just cast away and destroy the enemy. Royal Engineer gives you a further boost if you need it. If you don't have a Royal Engineer, you can have another troop does a very similar thing, a Templar. Give all allies, looks like 1-to-1 magic based amount of armor, and transform all red to green to boost the effect. Bit annoying to change into green though, because you don't actually use green in this team. So not ideal for that. You can change the weapon to something like Essence of Evil if you want to benefit from that green, and then keep on casting the Essence of Evil on the top troop to keep them entangled, frozen, death marked and everything. But obviously you're not going to get the boost from the Shield of a Sky onto Tesla, but you'd rely on your, in this case, Templar to do that. Another fun team for the early stages, if you want to just have a bit of a laugh and make it an absolute walk in the park while doing next to nothing, is to have Web Spinner at the top. Where are you, Webby? Damage to all enemies, don't care about that. It's the fact that if you have all 3 traits, you're going to be doing a triple skull damage. And then all you're going to do is have the Great Worm, which creates 2 skulls when my turn begins. You used to have 3 of them underneath. You don't get any hero XP for this, but it's the lazy person's team for doing the early stages. You're just going to get triple skull damage. You're going to create 6 skulls every turn and just automatically just bash your way through the early stages. It's a lot of fun. Right, but I'll show this team. Banner for this, we're going to have the Sorrowful banner, +2 blue, +1 brown, -1 yellow. Class, Geomancer, fantastic class for this, works really well. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. All constructs start with 50% mana. And the talent trees work really well. Impact, inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. That is not to be underestimated how handy that is. Anti-magic sphere, tactician, rock solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Really cool, we're doing that all the time. Stone Mastery you can have, whichever you prefer, that or Tree of Knowledge. You're not going to be matching green gems, therefore Stone Mastery makes a little bit more sense. And Fortitude. So let's just do one quick set of these lower ones, and I'll jump to the delve itself and do a level 500 battle with exactly the same team. So you're looking to get Tesla up. Might as well get that anyway, just because it's there. May as well punch them in the face just because they were asking for it. And because we're enchanted, we're ready next round anyway. Don't know why I'm getting these 4 matches. Don't need them. Just be on your way, you lot. Go on. Shift. Get back down to your own end. Right. Dodgy looking pirate there. Looking for red or blue at the beginning to get the Teslas rocking and rolling. Ready next round anyway, just grab any match anywhere. Why can't I see a match? There's one. Next stage. Just grab some blue, thank you very much. Ready to go. One shot on your entire team. This is literally the only team you're going to need for this entire delve, level 1 to 500. Straight across the middle. Hop, skip and jump over these boats. Careful not to slip or you're going to land in some sludge, and you had your best shoes on. Wasn't the best idea. You can at this stage, if you want, go around the outer edges, picking off the extra rooms to build up the room treasure multiplier, but for the speed of the video, I'm not bothering. Huh. Because I don't feel like bothering. Can't make me. Right, let's dive into the delve itself then and do the Sunken fleet on level 500. My horde level is fairly high on this, so that will affect Tesla's damage output, but the theory is very much the same. Now, one thing to be wary of on this particular set of delves is you may get the enemy submerged sometimes, particularly on the later levels. And that will slow things down because Tesla's damage will not be affecting them then, because submerged troops dodge damage to all. It's another reason why the Templar option with this, like where you could have the Templar instead, is good. You still get the armor boost to the team, but you transform red to green. Now, if you had Essence of Evil up here instead, then that would be a good way of stopping that submerge, because you can actually then chuck Essence of Evil on anyone you like and take away that submerge, as well as give them a chance to just die and be frozen and death march and all the rest of it. So good way to go about that if you want to, but just bear in mind that the boost that you get from the Templar troop is not going to be as high as what you get from the Shield of Skya. It's still going to be good, but I prefer this one overall. So let's dive in and show how we do it in exactly the same way as before. So we're just looking to get our Teslas up and nice and fast. If there's any more blue or red, we always take them straight away rather than having to wait the next round to get our Teslas up. Boost now is 694, so with both of them back to back, I don't actually have to wait. So this is going to be enough to take them out for me, but see, we've got that top troop submerged. They're going to dodge this damage look. So yeah, it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Just got to wait for them to cast, and that will shake off that submerged, stops them from hiding. Trying to give them the colours they actually want. There you go, but they've revealed themselves by doing skull damage and die. So when they do that skull damage, providing you have still got a barrier, it's not going to actually affect you. That's why it's quite safe. In fact, it's going to impact them and take away their traits. So overall, really handy. Doesn't always do that on that first stage, so I'm quite glad I've done that though, to show how you can benefit from impact and why it's good to have a barrier all the time. Alright, let's get this boost going. I always cast it on Tesla, and the reason is, even though the boost from Tesla is boosted by all ally and enemy armor, when you cast this Shield of Skya, you give the armor, so you may think, oh, you may as well put it on yourself because we're still going to get boosted by Tesla. But if you have this upgraded, one of the upgrades is shielding, which means it gives itself a barrier anyway. And the fact the spell gives an ally a barrier as well means you should really cast it on somebody else. You effectively get two barriers for the price of one that way. Another little cool and important tip there. Boost is 1089. I think that is going to be enough to say hasta la vista to you little lot. Off your trot. Third battle. This is level 500, remember. Shield of the Sky is already up. Let's get the boost so we're ready to rock and roll. Should have got the red maybe while it was there. Hey ho! That's done nothing but take away their traits. They've not done themselves any favours whatsoever. Turtle is ready. We've got a boost of 1010. 4, 8, 12, 16. That is enough for me to wipe them out in a back-to-back cast of Tesla. But we don't have a barrier right now, remember, so just be wary of things like that. I think I'm still going to have enough to wipe them out. But yeah, 984, yeah, plenty. If you need more of a boost, you can cast your Royal Engineer. It's another way to go. Get even more boost, double boost. And then the last battle, just hop, skip and jump across the boats. And have a battle with Crabman. He's a little bit fishy. First troop is submerged. So we're not going to actually be doing damage to them sort of thing by our Teslas because they avoid that damage to all. So this is where you actually deliberately leave them a skull hit. If the enemy takes it, it will remove that submerged. But as long as you've got a barrier, you're going to be completely okay. So I'm going to leave that for them because I want them to take that. And party. There you go, they've taken that, they've removed their own submerged, they've revealed themselves. What have we got now? Boost of 1043. So it's not enough to kill them, so I'll leave them that there as well. I'm not too worried about that because I can get a barrier back. They didn't do it anyway. And they got themselves submerged again. Cheeky mongrels. So I'll leave them that there again. They can't resist it. They just can't. You know they can't. There you go. You revealed yourself. You're a numpty. Now let's get our Teslas up again. And wipe them out before they try and hide again. Which we don't want. No red, no blue. Might as well get a barrier then. Well, this is going to give us both colours, which is nice. And that is going to be on your bikes. Now it is, that's level 500, so an absolute doddle. All you got to do is cast your Royal Engineer if you need a further boost than what I had. And make sure you keep the barrier on your top troop to make sure they are safe in keeping your armour up to allow Tesla to do devastating damage. Well, there's a video. If you found it useful, helpful, any of that kind of thing, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And most of all, thank you for watching. And I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.